When Henry VIII broke England away from the Catholic Church of Rome in 1529, a key question emerged: what would be the new religious doctrine of the kingdom? Such a question had rarely been asked before, as England had previously been Catholic and taking all of its religious doctrine from the Church in Rome. The break from Rome meant England was free to decide its own religious policy. It should be noted that breaking from the Church in Rome was formalized through a range of different legislative acts that were passed. One was the Statute in Restraint of Appeals, which meant papal bulls were not recognized in England. The 1534 Act of Supremacy made the English monarch supreme head of the Church of England, and the 1534 Treason Act meant it was a treasonable offence to say otherwise. Make no mistake, there was significant legal backing to the idea that the English monarch ruled the Church now and not the Pope. Yet Henry did not go as far in his religious reforms as many Protestants wanted, and there was a battle between the conservative and reformist factions at his court. Henry himself was a doctrinal Catholic. He believed in transubstantiation, the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, for example. The result of the factional infighting around him was the degree of doctrinal flip-flopping. Henry passed the 10 Articles in 1536, which undermined the Catholic use of imagery and reduced the 7 sacraments to 3, but the 6 Articles of 1539 reaffirmed them again. These meant Catholic beliefs in confession and clerical celibacy were removed but then reaffirmed. Thomas Cromwell, a key advisor to Henry and a Protestant, fell from his position of power partly due to his refusal to enforce the Act of 6 Articles. More about that can be found in my video on Thomas Cromwell here. Despite this, Henry pushed a certain amount of reform, including ensuring all churches had English Bibles in them or they would face fines. What can be seen from this was that Henry VIII had a religious policy that was never firmly Catholic or Protestant in the aftermath of his break from Rome. It instead swung one way and then the other based on who was around him at a given time and what his specific political aims were in that moment. He did, however, seek a more nationalized church, which may explain the Bibles in English and partially explains his original departure from the Church of Rome. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you can join me again soon for another Tales from History.